Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Amit Sarkar, Assistant Professor Biotechnology, the Nehru University of West Bengal, and this e-content is being prepared as a part of third FIP organized by UGC HRDC DAVB Indore, and I'm very much thankful to Professor Namrata Sharma, Director UGC HRDC DAVB Indore, and the entire coordinator team for the support and guidance to prepare this e-content. In this lesson, we'll be learning about different cell types of adaptive immune system, their origin and maturation sites of the lymphocytes, and membrane-bound antibody as well as T-cell receptor. So from our previous class, I think we have a pretty good idea about the innate and adaptive immunity and the difference. So we have seen that adaptive immune system is capable of recognizing and also selectively eliminating specific foreign microorganisms, and they are not the same for all members of the species. And we have also seen that it doesn't become operational until there is a antigenic challenges happening. So let's focus on what are the major cells or molecules that are involved in this particular type of immunity, which is known as adaptive or acquired immunity. So lymphocytes, B and T, two different types of lymphocytes are basically two major groups of cells involved in this adaptive immunity thing. And we have seen before that adaptive immunity has at least four characteristics attributes known as diversity, and then immunological memory, specificity, and also of course the self and non-self recognition. But the thing is that all these four attributes are also the attributes of lymphocytes. So in other words, we can say that whatever the attributes of adaptive immunity is actually coming from the lymphocytes, not any other type of cells. So if we look into the where these lymphocytes are originating from, so as you know that all different kinds of blood cell, be it RBC or WBC or platelets, they all originates from bone marrow through a process known as hematopoiesis. So these hematopoietic stem cells, they get differentiated to two different lineage known as common myeloid progenitor and also common lymphoid progenitor. So common myeloid progenitor gives rise to different kinds of blood cells starting from erythrocyte or RBC, platelets, neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, monocytes, etc. But on the other hand, the common lymphoid progenitor gives rise to the lymphocytes, T and B lymphocytes besides natural killer cell. So T and B, both the lymphocytes, they're originating from the bone marrow cell with the process of hematopoiesis following this common lymphoid progenitor lineage. But if we focus on the B and T lymphocytes specifically, we'll be able to see there are certain differences. Say for example, B cells, they originate and mature within the bone marrow. So their site of origin and site of maturation both are the same, both bone marrow. Fantastic. And now after bone marrow, when they leave the bone marrow, the B cells express some antigen binding receptor on its cell surface, which is actually a glycoprotein. And this antigen binding receptor is known as antibody. So B cells, they're having membrane bound antibody at this stage. But if you look into the T cell, you will find that T cell, although they of course originates in the bone marrow, but then they migrates to another gland known as thymus gland, which is a small gland just located near the heart or above the heart. And then these T cells, they also express so kind of a receptor on its cell surface, but that is not a membrane bound antibody. That is called T cell receptor or TCR because they're behaving differently. So we see a sharp difference between B and T cells. So B cell both originating and maturing at the bone marrow, but T cells, although they're originating in the bone marrow, they're going to a different site known as thymus for maturation. And we have also seen that in case of B cell, the membrane bound receptor protein, that is antigen receptor protein, is known as antibody. But in case of the T cell, that is known as TCR or T cell receptor protein. So that's the difference. Okay, so these are the two major players of adaptive immunity or acquired immunity. And in the next class, we'll be seeing about the other more characteristics of these two lymphocytes and their interaction as well. And so that's all from this class of this lesson. And I will be posting the questions, link for the questions and MCQ type of questions and assignments, etc. in the comment box below. And also I shall schedule a Google Meet for further discussion. Or if you have any questions or doubts regarding these things, we can discuss in those forums as well. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, and see you in the next class.